Welcome to the ultimate guide on setting up and using the LabMate high voltage power supply, the go-to solution for engineers, researchers, and high voltage enthusiasts who need precision, reliability, and safety in one compact package. Before we get into the exciting parts, let's talk about grounding, a crucial step that ensures safety and protects both you and your equipment. For high voltage systems, an independent earth ground is essential. It prevents electric shock, shields sensitive electronics from damage, and ensures that in case of an arc or a short, the excess current flows safely away. Setting it up is simple. We're using a brass ground rod driven deep into the ground and connecting it to the M5 threaded ground stud on the back of the LabMate power supply. If you have copper water piping nearby, that works too. This extra step can save your equipment and, more importantly, your safety. Next up, connecting the user-side high-voltage cable assembly. And here's why LabMate's design stands out. The cable uses a coaxial structure, meaning the center conductor carries high voltage while the outer layer acts as ground. This setup not only minimizes noise but also protects the insulation layer, keeping your system safer and more reliable. Installation is quick and hassle-free. Simply insert the male end into the power supply, screw it in, and hand tighten. No complicated tools, no guesswork, just plug and power. Now, let's put LabMate to the test. We'll verify the output voltage using an independent high-voltage probe. A regulated power supply like LabMate provides a stable, predictable output. But it's always good practice to double-check. To do this, we'll make contact with the center conductor, which carries the high voltage, and measure it using a 40 kilovolt rated probe, safely above our LabMate's max output of 30 kilovolts. Since a probe acts as a resistance load, we need to ensure the current setting is high enough. This keeps the output stable when the probe makes contact. Now let's see LabMate in action. First, in constant voltage mode. We set the output to 7 kilovolts and the power supply delivers exactly that. No fluctuations, no surprises, just precision. But what happens if we lower the current setting? As soon as the probe touches the high voltage output, the voltage drops to 1.5 kilovolts. That's because the current demand exceeds our set limit, automatically switching LabMate into constant current mode. Notice the CC indicator light, a built-in feature ensuring protection against overloads and short circuits. Now, let's push LabMate a little further by connecting a 5 mega-ohm high-voltage resistor. Before adding the load, our voltage was 8.9 kilovolts. But once connected, it drops to 2.6 kilovolts, while the current reaches the max output of 0.5 milliamperes, just as expected. This real-time adjustment is proof of LabMate's smart regulation system, dynamically switching between constant voltage and constant current modes to match your load. There you have it, LabMate high voltage power supply in action. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your questions in the comments below.